Hey, it's your girl Marky, and you know what time it is. It's time to cook with me some simple old fish and fries. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's jump on into it. Alrighty, now let's get the simple stuff out the way, which will be our French fries. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Listen, I didn't even plan on putting shrimp with this dish, but my oldest, Nevaeh, she wanted the shrimp, so I was like, you know what, let me just do it because, I have two girls. So when the oldest one wants, the youngest one wants, but then what could it hurt anyway? Now, what I'm doing with the shrimp is I'm quickly showing you how I peel the shrimp. I've showed this in another video, more in depth. I will link that video below. Now here's a quick look on how I clean the shrimp. Now that they're clean, add a little lemon juice in that water, let them sit, clean up your area. Here we go. Y'all don't judge me, y'all know how I feel about wiping up, and I love my Dawn Power Wash. So the pieces I didn't need, I wrapped properly and stored them properly in the freezer. To season, I just made sure all the fish were covered with the seasoning. I just cut all the fishes in half, like so. Let's get that oil on the stove and get it heated. Now let's start breading our fish fillet. If you notice, there is no seasoning in this flour. It's the seasoning on the fish, okay? Usually, friends, I have ran out of many seasonings trying to coat all that flour with the seasoning, so I'm gonna do it a different way this time. Now I'm just discarding the bag. What I'm going to do is gonna add additional seasoning onto the floured fish, how it is, how you see it now. That's going to make for a very, very seasoned fish. It's gonna be so good, y'all. I can't. Okay, y'all don't judge me. I know I be wiping it down a lot, but hey. Listen, when you cooking, you always want to wash everything down. It's very important. Let me tell y'all, you want people to always be able to say, I know for a fact that that person is clean in the kitchen when they cooking their food. This is the part that I was telling you all about, how I'm seasoning the floured fish. This is a great way to save your spices. That way you don't have to use them all up and then they just get tossed and thrown away with the flour. I'm gonna cover that, and then while that's on the stove sitting to the side, I'm washing off all of my seasonings, checking on the fries. When the fries are done, when you sift through them and then they're not breaking, that's how you know they're done. Now we're performing the oil test. It is ready. So now we're going to start frying this fish. Yes, look at how beautiful and golden that is already. We just started frying. Now the thing about this fish, you want to let it cook on its side for about 5 minutes. Turn it afterwards. You don't want to keep flipping the fish. Look at that. Yes, how beautiful. Another nice way to tell if your fish is done as well, really when you're frying anything, you listen for that sizzle. Once you hear that sizzling come down to a whisper, then you know it's done. You can just see all the crunchiness. The fries are done now because they're cooking up and they're not too soft. Now I am back on the shrimp and I'm just seasoning the shrimp. Here's a little nugget I picked up. When frying with cornstarch, you always want to fry for a longer time. You want to fry until the item you're frying feels crunchy, and then you know it's done. Now I'm just going to toss this a little bit, shake it up, but don't be too rough. You get cornstarch like literally all over the place. Then we're going to pop these in the same grease as the fish. I personally, that's what I wanted to do. You don't have to do that. You can actually get a separate pan, put some clean oil. But me, I like the flavor of it because the flavor carries over. And here is our finished product. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, and thank you for cooking with me. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was easy to follow, and let me know how your fish and fries came out. Bye.